they're almost first graders. Can you believe it? You're sitting here in your last couple weeks of kindergarten and you're putting all these tools inside your tool belt that you've collected throughout the entire year, and you're going to be using them for the rest of your life. Well, here I am to put one more tool inside your tool belt. And today what we're going to talk about is what mathematicians use to solve problems. We've talked about how they use pictures. We've talked about how sometimes they use things like a tape measure or a scale. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the place value block. The place value block is kind of like a tally mark. It helps mathematicians see numbers quickly so that they don't have to count every single little tiny thing that they see. It kind of clumps them into a group. So a tally mark we have like this, where when the slash is over those lines, we know that that's a group of 5, and we can just say 5. We don't have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Instead, we can take a shortcut, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So mathematicians want to be efficient. They want to be fast, but they want to be right when they're solving their problems. So today I'm going to talk to you about these place value blocks. Place value blocks are like tally marks. They're going to help us see numbers quickly, but they look a little bit different. So here's what they look like. They look like this. Hey, that's a snap cube. It is. This is a snap cube. But it is also something that mathematicians can use to show numbers. So this right here is just 1, right? Here it is, 1 snap cube. So we call this a ones block. Now, when we start putting them on top of each other, we make groups of 10. 10 is kind of a magic number in math. When we think about things in groups of 10, it's really easy for our brain. Our brain likes that thought. And so when we stack a group on top of each other, and we have, let's count them at the end, just to make sure I'm totally right in how many I pulled out. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we stack them on top of each other, we took the ones and we put them on top of each other and made a group of 10. This is now a column. This is called a rod, and this is called a tens rod. So we have ones and we have rods when they're put together. All right, now the crazy thing is when we get tens rods, when we have rods and ones all together, we have to know how to count that. And so I'm going to teach you how we count a group of rods and a group of ones. So here goes. Here's my tools. There we go. All right, so here's my rods. These are going to be called tens, and we say 10 when we count them. 10, 20, 30, 40. And then these little ones right here, these are just hanging out. They're not attached to one another because they're not a group of 10. So these are ones, and we count them just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to put a rod together. Here's a rod, and we're going to put some of these, and let's just start easy and count what we've got. When we see rods and ones together, we start with the rod, and then we go on to the ones. We start with the group of 10 and count on. So we say 10 and count on. 10, 11, 12. We counted on 2 more numbers. Was I in the way? Here we go. 10, and we had 2 more in our hand, so we count 2 more. 10, 11, 12. Now look at that number 12. The number 12, the first digit is a 1. That first digit is a tens place. It shows us that we have one group of 10. Here's that one group of 10 in the number 12. The second digit is a number 2. That shows us how many ones are in the number 12. These are the 2 ones that were in the number 12. So the number 12 has one group of 10 and 2 ones. Let's do another number together. All right, let's see here. All right, here's what I have. I have 3 rods, and then it's kind of hard for me to show it. I'm just going to kind of go like this. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 ones and I have 3 rods. We're going to start with a bigger number. We always start with the bigger number when we're counting rods and ones. All right, so we're gonna count these by tens because these are groups of 10. We can easily count by 10. 10, 20, 30. We can't say 40 here. This is not a group of 10, so we can't jump up 10 numbers because we don't have 10 numbers to jump. We only have 4 numbers to jump. So we're gonna get to 30 on our hundreds chart, and we're gonna go up 4 more numbers because I have 4 more ones. So we say 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Now, if you look at the number 34, the first digit is a 3. That is representing, that's showing these 3 tens that are inside that number. Inside the number 34 are 3 groups of 10, and then the second digit is a 4, and that's these 4 ones that are right here. So 3 tens and 4 ones, 3 rods and 4 ones, okay? All right, let's do another number together. Alrighty. Okay, let's see how many I can get in my hand here. Wow, all right, let's count these together. It's kind of hard to count when they're not in a straight row, isn't it? So we have to really make sure that we count in an organized way so we get all of the ones that were in my hand, okay? I'm gonna start on the bottom, and then I'm gonna go to the middle, and then I'm gonna go to the top to help myself count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 ones, and I have 1 group of 10. Now, if I did this 7, I could say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's taking a long time. Or I could start with the bigger number. So I'm going to start with the bigger number. This is 10, and then I'm going to keep going. So 10 and 7 more. Here we go. Here's 10. Now we need to go up 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The number 17, the first digit is a 1, and that shows us this 1 rod, this 1 group of 10. And then the second digit is a 7, and that shows us these 7 ones that are hanging out in my hand. Okay, so those are our rods and ones, and it's another tool for you to put in your tool belt so that you can help solve numbers, make numbers, read numbers more quickly and understand how many are inside each of those numbers. Alrighty, thank you guys. See you guys later.